Sorry, been low energy for a while now, so forgive me if I need a second to just kind of
get a 5-hour energy drink.
Yeah, things been anyway. Chapter 17, Love and Blood. So when everybody's ready, we're gonna just dive straight into this bitch.
Need some Jurassic Park music to go with this.
Oh God, not again.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Read.
Ooh.
Did we do this last chapter? Let's see how long you can keep holding it for.
Let's read.
Chapter 17, Love and Blood.
I didn't even get to say hi.
I was just waiting for him to finish so I could just right in there.
Stole the show. I got a little excited.
Well done, Soundspeed. Well done. It's always it's good to know that you are still as capable of saying the word "living the dream." Or sorry, let's is the word that you put the emphasis on. Man, I am having a weird week. Anyway, it's good to know that you can hit that let's read ridiculously long.
I can go longer.
Well, I work on. Oh, you want to? Then you do it next chapter.
Yeah, next chapter.
I was gonna say I'll do it right now.
No, you don't. Anyway, that's Cabral. That's Soundspeed. I'm Duhad.
So I'm Soundspeed.
Shut up. Let's go.
If anyone is wondering why I re-uploaded the last chapter last night, it's because I did a re-edit on it again. So he went through 3 iterations at least of that chapter, and it was still horrible.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Anyway.
Un momento.
Uno momento, we're gonna sing a song, oh la 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 lo.
Da, 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 da. Dum, dum, da, 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 da.
Actually, I was gonna start going dum 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 da da dum dum dum.
Chapter 17. Frederick stepped off the royal chariot, followed by Princess Luna.
Oh.
Frederick was dressed in his usual attire, a vest. He wanted to put on the royal guard's armor, but they told him that he was only allowed to wear his normal cloths. This is chapter 17, and he still hasn't learned how to spell the word clothes.
Nope.
No. He has a fiance. He knows how to spell that.
Shut up.
First of all, I don't even think he spelled fiance correctly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Maybe he spelled the finances.
He looked around the small town of Ponyville. He'd only been here once when he first arrived here. It looked the same to him as it did a few years ago. He glanced over at the princess. His heart jumped a beat when he looked at her.
So, hey, princess, why are we here?
Oh, yeah,
she looked down at him, a smile on her face. Yeah, she's Canadian.
Yeah, I forgot he was Canadian for a second.
Yep.
What was I doing for Luna? I gave Luna everything. I don't even remember what.
Like Italian or something? Or wait, no.
It was Italian. It used to be Scottish, then it was Irish, then it was Italian, and then.
Jeez. All right, do whatever you want.
Celestia wanted me to let you meet some pony. I'll just do that. I don't care what it is.
It's me, Luna.
It's me, Luna.
Frederick looked at her, a look of confusion on his face.
Oh, who's that, princess?
She put her hoof on his shoulder, which sent a wave of nausea over him. Oh, jeez, Luna, do you ever shower?
Oh, man, I thought you were joking, but no.
I haven't showered in the past 400 years. I currently hold the record. I'll take you to him. But don't be put off by his appearances.
Frederick nodded his head.
Okay there, princess.
Follow me. Let's go.
Princess Luna led Frederick down the street to a building. Well, a building in a tree.
Wait, isn't the tree a building?
No, the tree is a building, but the building is in a tree in its tree.
Never forget. Never forget.
Okay, so we have a tree and the building in the tree. Got it.
Hey, isn't this the town's library, princess?
Frederick asked in confusion.
Yes, it is.
Why are we going in there, eh?
Let's go.
Oh my god. She smiled and kept walking in silence. Once they arrived at the door, the princess knocked on it twice. The door opened to reveal a purple unicorn. Yeah, who Frederick knew was Twilight Sparkle. She smiled and bowed.
Princess, it's so good to see you.
Princess Luna nodded.
As it is good to see you, a Twilight to Sparkle. Wahoo!
Twilight moved over to the side.
Please, come in.
The princess walked in, followed by Frederick. Twilight looked at him and smiled.
It's nice to meet you.
Oh, God.
He held up his hoof. Oh, God.
The ironclad.
Hey,
She shook his hoof.
so what brings you to Ponyville?
Ahem. Frederick shrugged.
The princess wants me to meet some pony.
Twilight looked at him.
Who?
Princess Luna walked up and smiled.
It's a Lancer.
Twilight smiled and nodded.
Oh, Lance, you're in luck. He is upstairs in my room sleeping.
I just wanted you to think about something for a second that just kind of hit me here. Technically, Lance is supposed to be, like, his secret identity. Like, everyone is supposed to know him as Gyricon. So this is the equivalent of, like, Commissioner Gordon and Harvey Dent driving up to Wayne Manor and just being like, "Hey, we're here to see Master Wayne." "Oh, you mean Batman?" "Yeah, Batman's right inside. Come on."
Oh, God, you're right.
This is essentially the same thing. Excelente.
Twilight laughed. A hearty laugh.
You'll be lucky if he... Sorry. If he's awake anytime soon. He usually sleeps for hours after work. It's so exhausting.
Oh, poor baby.
Frederick tilted his head.
He work?
Twilight nodded.
He works at the cafe down the street and gets like 20 bits an hour plus tips.
He works a maximum of 2 hours a day.
Oh, God. I hate him
Like
so much.
2 days a week for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
But poor Gyrocon is so tired.
I had to move a plate from this table to that table. I had to wash another plate, and she just won't stop touching me.
Whoa.
Smell
I'm putting
pretty.
a comic, sorry.
Okay, continuing. Frederick nodded.
Oh, got it. Yeah, up in Canada, we don't have no work. Believe in it. We're a communist state, don't you know?
I was about to say we're like all socialists.
Oh, yeah, hey.
As Princess Luna walked up the stairs, Twilight turned to Frederick. Shut up, I know I skipped a line, I don't care.
Alright. Why do they want
So,
to
yeah,
meet him?
I'll go walk with him, is what Princess Luna is saying.
Yeah. Frederick shrugged.
I have no idea.
He
Maybe?
nodded. Frederick looked at her.
Maybe what?
She smiled.
You'll see.
She shrugged and turned to the stairs to see Princess Luna walking down them, followed by a Pegasus. A strange-looking Pegasus with stripes and weird clothes.
Oh
Holy
my
shit!
god!
Oh my god!
Holy goddamn!
Oh my god!
Oh my!
Oh my god!
Wow, I actually need a drink here. Hold on.
I expected another oh my god from
Oh
Soundspeed.
my god! That was.
There it is. That's too hot.
Jeez! Wow!
Woo!
Fucking congratulations. His face was covered in fading bruises and cuts.
Oh.
Ah, yes, I remember that. The Pegasus walked up to him and smiled.
Hello, my name's Gyricon. The pony calls me Gyro.
Actually, call you Lance?
He held out his hoof. Frederick shook his hoof.
Oh, hey there, my name's Ironclad.
Then he looked at Gyro in confusion.
But they said your name was Batman. I mean, Lance.
Gyro looked at Twilight.
He knows? Oh!
She just shrugged.
Everyone knows!
Princess Luna walked up to them.
Ironclad! Gyro, he is also a human. Also. What the?
Also a human, also.
Yes!
God, Gyro looked straight at Frederick.
You're human?
Frederick shrugged.
Yep. Been here about 5 years.
Gyro looked at him strangely.
5 years? But the bronies only came here 2 months ago.
2 months?
Wow.
What the fuck is the time, like the passage of time in this story?
I have no fucking clue.
Wait, there's passage of time in the story?
Apparently.
Apparently. I thought it was like 3 days.
No.
Fuck.
That's 2 months, remember? He was in a coma for
Oh,
2
right.
months.
Yeah, he was in Jesus.
Oh yeah, no. So every single chapter happened over the span of like 4 days, and then he had a coma that took like 2 paragraphs. That took a chunk of 2 months out of the story.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my god.
Well, okay.
How could you be here for 5 years? Oh, I was murdered by my father, and I was given a choice, so I chose this place.
My father murdered me for being a dirty capitalist sympathizer.
I rebelled against the socialist state of Canada, and so he murdered me in the name of our glorious leader, Lenin.
Oh, Lord. I mean, Canada, Russia, there's snow. The other one has Siberia in it. You know,
There's some red on their flag. It's the same thing.
Yeah, basically. They've got leaves in Russia, don't they?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Not really.
They have those in Canada, too.
Okay.
Canada's more trees than Russia. Russia's barren wasteland.
I thought you said more treason, and I was about to say, no, Russia has a lot more treason.
No, Russia has less trees.
No, it has significantly more. Anyway, Gyro nodded your line.
Gyro nodded.
Well, the rapture happened and people got a choice also. Guess others got the same choice too. I guess?
It's up again, yeah. Oh, so the rapture actually did happen. Good thing I wasn't around to see it.
Well, shit.
Well, shit, the world's ended.
Well,
All right,
I guess
then.
my dad's dead. Good news for all around, I guess. My
I
real
wonder
name
if he
is
came to
Frederick.
Equestria, too.
My real name is Frederick. I already know your name is Lance.
Lance reached out and shook his hoof.
Nice to meet you again.
Wait, why did they just shake hoofs again? Why?
I don't know.
All right,
He
then.
broke a smile across his face. He broke
Smash!
Yeah.
it. Frederick turned to the princess.
So, why do you want me to meet him?
The princess shrugged.
All Celestia said was to take you to him and let you to me, as she pulls out a checklist
Oh, God.
of 2 items on it.
Yeah. She put a hoof on his shoulder, causing him to blush. God, Frederick has, like, woman problems.
I think just a Canadian thing. I think.
Oh, no. Oh.
I think she just wants you two to get to know each other and fall in love and be the triangle relationship that it should be.
So let's just try to hook the two of you up before you can make more horrible alicorn babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, poo.
Frederick did all he could do and nod, the blush still on his face. Lance smirked.
Frederick, here, come here a second.
Frederick walked over to him, who was presumably only like a few feet away.
Yeah, come here. What do
Okay.
you need, eh?
Oh my God, he is so Canadian.
He
Why?
actually says A in the script.
Yeah, that wasn't like a quirk of the accent. He literally says A. Lance lowered his voice, so only Frederick could hear him.
You like Luna, don't you, you big gay bear?
How can you see him blush? He's a pony. Like, you can't see horses.
Look, I mean, in the show, you
They
could just
blush,
see like
yeah.
random red dots on their
Yeah,
faces.
They're like Pikachu's.
yeah.
Frederick's eyes widened.
Was it obvious?
Judging by the way the fucking author writes it, then yes.
Yeah.
Lance smiled.
Yeah. I saw the instant she put her hoof on your shoulder.
Frederick chuckled.
Oh, don't tell her, please.
It's like, oh, don't worry, I won't tell her. I'm just going to talk to her more about how she tried to rape me on several occasions.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tell her. But, FYI, she's like, the big trick with her is just say that you're kind of tipsy and that you...
Oh.
Okay, that was going too dark there. Too
just
dark,
like
too dark. Pulling out.
Well, I mean, with Gyro-Con's all torn up, raggedy clothing, he was basically asking for it.
Oh, too
Okay,
dark.
really,
Too dark.
That's too far. That
Right.
one.
Anyways.
I won't. Oh, sorry. I won't.
Shortly afterwards, Gyro-Con gets a gun and he shoots 6... Okay.
Hey, I won't. But I think I can get you two together.
Frederick pondered the idea of letting him help.
How could you get us together, E?
He smiled.
I have my ways. Torture for one. Do you want me to try?
Frederick shrugged. As long as it doesn't involve rape, I'm down.
Yeah. Well, as long as she isn't a rapist, I'm all for it.
Well,
Go for it.
What should I lose? Your life again?
He'll be disappointed to hear. It's like, what can I lose? Your virginity against your will?
Darkness. Go for it. What could I? What could I lose?
Well, since you asked. Lance smiled.
All right then.
Lance walked over to the princess and looked back at Frederick, a smile on his face. What's he up to?
What do you mean, what's he up to?
Princess, could you do something for me?
He asked in a loud but pleasant voice, Princess, could you do something for me?
Hey, princess, could you do something for me?
It's got to be one of the things where it's like intentionally bad acting, like Soundspeed kind of sound like, Princess, could you do something for me? Winking while he says it.
Down at him.
Wink. This next line has to be followed up with a wink.
Oh, wink.
Did you reread Smile Down at him?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Anything, Alines? Wink.
Could you take France?
France?
Call him Francis.
Could you take the entirety of France out on a romantic date?
Hey, Luna, listen. You seem kind of easy. Would you like to go out with the population of France?
Oh, no. See,
no.
That's how you
Well,
wean her off of rape, because it's
She's-
always consensual in France.
And then the
God damn it,
trillions of
Mossy.
guards got involved.
Could you
Oh,
take Frederick
God.
out on a romantic date?
Frederick's heart stopped. His breath began to slow.
He
Did
died
you
that
just say
day.
that? She'll say no, and I'll be kicked out of the palace. That idiot! Why did he use a direct approach? Princess Luna
Women
looked at
hate the
Frederick.
direct approach.
Princess Luna looked at Frederick and smiled warmly.
I would be delighted to. I've been thinking about something like this for a while now. That and raping you.
Frederick smiled and began to feel lightheaded. Wait a second, she said about rape? She said yes! He slumped to
She
the
felt
floor and
lightheaded
passed
as
out.
the roofies began to take effect.
Oh no! The rohypnol suddenly seeped into his system and
Oh,
No.
we're going
Twilight
really
looked
dark.
at Frederick. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking living the dream. They wrote the jokes
Yeah,
for us.
True, true.
Everything
Twilight
is.
looked at Frederick, who had just passed out. What just happened? That wasn't a question. That was a statement.
Yeah.
What just happened?
I wish I could read this.
Lance began to laugh.
I'd been in his position. Poor guy was so overjoyed he just passed out.
Twilight looked at Lance.
Hold on, sorry. Or something. I had to get my glasses off and put them back on. Anyways,
Shake it.
please explain, Lance. I don't understand why he passed out at something like that.
Lance turned to face her and smiled.
Called true love. I take it he's deeply in love with Luna. That's why I've never passed out in front of you. Bitch.
And that's why you never passed out in front of me.
Oh, you smell pretty.
Thank you.
Luna looked over at Frederick's unconscious body. Well,
Really?
I see that there's a...
Oh god, the next line.
A warm smile played across her face.
That's so. Woohoo! Sweet. I've never had any pony do this to me.
Except Gyro-Con?
No.
No, he was awake.
Oh.
No, he was awake. He tried to run for his
Lance
life.
walked over and patted her back.
Well, you have
Oh
one now.
no!
Oh god, no. No.
Jesus.
The context.
I can't tell if he's self-aware here or not.
I
Like,
don't-
I honestly, I don't know if this is intentional or...
Oh god. Well, you have one now. Treat him well. I can already tell he's waiting a long time for you to accept him. Oh
Ugh.
god.
Luna smiled. Picked up Frederick's unconscious body with her magic. Oh. Oh no, the line after that!
We might as well leave. Looks like we have planned for tonight. Hey, Luigi, get the fire started.
Oh god, yeah, they're gonna spit roast in more ways than one.
Oh, but
Twilight smiled.
I see, princess. I do, no, sorry. Have fun and come back soon.
Oh, I'm gonna be coming soon, alright.
Oh.
Luna walked to the door and turned.
Thank you, Alance.
Lance smiled. Why is smiled capitalized? Is that his last name?
Yeah.
Oh god, the way we've been putting this context. No problem, princess. Happy to set up couples.
Oh, jeez. She nodded and left the library. I love that, by the way. He just randomly did that and was capable of doing it, and that's not at all a Mary Sue or anything.
No, and apparently Celestia realized he had this ability. Like that basically appears to be why she sent them over there, as part of an elaborate plan to get Lance to just say, "Yo, you two should bang."
I like how it's only Lance she could think of that would be that fucking, like, dense.
Well, of course, he's like,
Because it's true.
he's so perfect.
She nodded and left the library. Twilight turned to Lance.
That was sweet of you.
Lance just smiled.
I know.
Louis
Good.
walked. Oh my god, Louis!
Oh, Louis alive!
Hey,
Holy shit, I thought Louis just died. I don't know if I'm happy that he's alive or not, I'll be honest.
Oh, right, crap, it's Louis. Fuck it.
Louis walked out of the barn and yawned. It's been a few days since he's been back to Lance's house, but who cares? It was so much nicer here, and not so much noise. He looked back into the barn to see Winona and his pup still asleep. He smiled. Life was good for a Brody dog.
Well, thank God we took time out of the story to read about that.
I'm so glad Louis is happy with his non-sapient fucking wife and child.
Well, the child are smart.
Just in case you want to make the argument that, like, pony human shit is not, like, bestiality because of sapiens, we need to remind people bestiality still exists anyway.
Even without the human angle, this is unequivocally, undeniably 110%. Honestly,
20%.
I don't know who the worst character of the story is. I think it's between Louis and David right now, because David makes pornography of people he knows in his own
I was thinking
world.
Greg.
That's true, but we have
Dude, Greg's not the worst. Greg's the best.
Yeah, Greg's awesome. He's terrible, but, like, hilariously terrible.
I thought Malbatters was the best.
No, but we've got a new challenger has appeared.
Oh, I can't wait. Cody Benson opened his eyes. Oh, thank God. I was missing Cody. What happened? All I remember is fighting that bitch Lance, and then that other one shoved me. He just wakes up, he's like, God, oh, my head hurts. Lance is such a bitch. He tried to sit up, but something bound him to the bed. What the hell? He looked down at his front hoofs to see a thick strap holding his limps to the bed.
His limps.
Oh, my limps. And one across his wasted chest. Why am I strapped down? He began to struggle against the straps.
So there's just one band covering his waist and chest?
It's a really
just
thick band.
Giant band?
Yeah.
Alright, so, Cabral, you're going to be playing the Gimp here.
The Gimp?
No.
What do they sound like?
It's the guard. It's the guard.
What does he sound like?
I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever you want.
You pick. It's your voice.
Fine. You're not going, bud.
Cody looked at the door where the voice had come from. An armored stallion stood by the door, an unemotional face. I don't know what the unemotional face did, but, you know.
I don't know.
It was
he
there.
looked happy. Why am I strapped down?
The guard didn't blink.
You're receiving medical care, but after this, you're heading straight to the Royal Dungeon.
The Royal Dungeon?
Why?
Why not?
You attacked 2 of Cancelot's residences.
You attacked 2 entire households?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
The Capulet of the
Benson
Montagues. He's just
changed.
going nuts.
Just the houses.
Oh, God. Cody shook his head. I am the open window maniac!
No, I didn't.
Whatever you say, you're still going to the dungeon. Vegeta.
Cody laid his... Shut up, Nappa. He closed his eyes tightly. Lance was still alive, and there was nothing he could do to change that now. Unless...
Oh, wait, here you go. Could you give me some water?
The guard sighted and left the room. They sighted what?
In case the attackers are there.
Okay. Cody quickly moved his hoofs around, slowly working at the straps, which wasn't as secure as they could have been. Of course not. Slowly they began to give. A loud snap was heard as on-strap broke. What? What'd you do?
The new security system.
On-strap. Applied directly to
Hey,
the waist.
everybody, I'm here representing On-Strap, and today, if you want to hold your prisoners captive, you get On-Strap!
On-strap. Applied directly to the waist and chest. On-strap. Applied directly to the waist and chest.
Oh,
This gave him a free hoof, which he used to undo the one holding down his left hoof. Soon he had them all off.
I can break these chains!
You can't break these cuffs. Oh, Jesus. He placed them over his body and limps again. Oh my god.
Jesus.
To give off the effect of being secured to the bed, but not before grabbing a small object that was next to the bed. The guard returned to the tray.
What could possibly be next to the bed?
Oh, you'll see. It's dumb.
A glass filled with water on it.
I love that. He returned with a tray just for that glass of water.
Yeah. Cody smiled.
Just put it on the table for now. I am not thirsty.
Are you insane?
He shook his head and put it down on the table next to him and turned to go back to the door. Cody smirked evilly and lunged off the bed and landed on the guard's back. The guard gasped in surprise and started thrashing around, trying to knock Cody off him. Cody held the small object he had picked up off the table next to his bed, a scalpel.
Wait, what?
Were they operating on him while he was asleep?
Always keep scalpels next to your, psychotically deranged prisoners.
Isn't it scalpel? Isn't it L-E instead of E-L?
Probably. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
I think
I love this, oh wait, you're dyslexic. Spitting it out. Like, hey, Duhad, how do you spell scalpel? Oh, wait, you're dyslexic.
Hey, I didn't realize you were so unattached to your balls.
Oh, God.
Fantastic.
He laughed, a devilish laugh, and plunged the scalpel into an unarmored piece of skin, which kind of defeats the purpose of the armor.
Yeah.
The guard began to stagger, but stood his ground, much like George Zimmerman. Cody pulled out the scalpel and laughed again. He plunged the small scalpel into the guard's right eye. Ew.
Yeah.
The guard let out a small scream of pain and slowly fell to a knee. What, is he going to propose to you?
Yeah, you can do a lot stream. Like, he just got to right, so like, ow!
Ow, jeez. That was rude.
That was
Cody
painful.
pushed the scalpel... Jesus Christ. Cody pushed the scalpel deeper, causing another scream to leave the guard's lips. The guard, with that last of his strength, threw Cody over him. Cody hit the ground and quickly stood. He charged at the guard and slammed his hoof into the scalpel, pushing it all the way into the guard's eye and into his brain.
Fantastic.
Blood sputtered out and covered Cody's face
now
in
it just
specks of
sputtered out?
blood. Yeah, just now. The guard slumped to the ground, blood oozing out of his right eye. Cody turned to the window and smiled.
You're next, Lance Greenfield.
Nice idea, huh?
No. Shut up.
Yeah, it was great. I love the part where he gouged out the guard's eyeball.
Knife
Also,
brain.
I'm thinking about making a Christmas special for this later on. A remix of The Christmas Carol with my characters. But everything that happens in it doesn't really happen in my story. Should I go for it? The answer is a resounding no.
Well, I really want to see it because I want to see who the hell he'd have as Scrooge. Like, there's no way Perfect Garricon could be Scrooge. So was it like
You're right.
Cody learning the true meaning of not murdering people?
Yep.
I can only imagine. It's Greg learning how to be sober and then like losing it at the end when he wakes up and realizes it's all a dream. It's like, it's a Christmas miracle! And then like
It's
Weedy
a
comes in and
Christmas
drops like
miracle.
14 funny spliffs. He's like, oh shit!
Just imagine like
got
at the end
tags
of
on
that
top
one
of-
where he like shoves his head out the window and goes like, "Everyone, a Christmas bake for all."
Fantastic.
And on that
So-
day, Scrooge and his associates lit up 1,000 blunts.
For the trillions of soldiers.
And Snoop Pony was happy.
Yeah, exactly. I do block a tag on Tumblr real quick.
I don't know, but we'll figure that out later. We're actually only half an hour in, so let's power through the next
Okay.
chapter, which is also pretty short.
Warning, this chapter has blood and violence in it, unlike the last one.
Unlike the last one.
Anyways, I put a lot of thought and work into this chapter. If you see any errors, please tell me via review or PM. Enjoy the story. Well, I can think of one overarching error, and that is this story was written.
Yeah, that was kind of problematic. Also, this chapter is called Night Attack!
Night Attack.
Cody is the knight. He is the attack.
Captain Bearhoof examines the scene before him. Bearhoof.
Bearhoof. It's like
Excuse
Beowulf.
me, sir, but aren't you supposed to put on a glove if you're giving me a prostate exam? No, son. I'm Captain Bearhoof.
Oh, dear lord.
Captain Bearhoof visits the bad little boys and girls at night. That's why you obey your elders. And
I want artwork of this. Captain
no, you
Bearhoof.
don't.
Not even remotely.
One
One of his royal guards. Oh, jeez. One of his royal guards lay dead in a pool of blood. Captain Bearhoof was the leader of the princess's royal guard. He was a white Pegasus, and being commander of the guard, wore a special suit of armor. His armor was bright blue with a golden strip going along the side. The helmet had a red star on the front.
Oh my gosh, it's the Winter Soldier.
Oh shit.
Jeez. He looked over to his second-in-command, Lieutenant Brink, of quitting the stories that suck shit. He was a grayish unicorn, the same kind of suit as Bearhoof, but without the golden streak and star. Captain Bearhoof walked over to him, a blank stare on his face.
Do we know who this is?
Lieutenant Brink turned to the captain.
Maybe, sir. This room belonged to a Pegasus named, Cody Benson.
The captain nodded.
And why would we suspect him?
This is like, officer, what's going on? Well, Commissioner Gordon, there was a guy in here called the Joker who's blown up, murdered, poisoned, and utterly annihilated thousands of human beings in the city of Gotham. And we found a murdered body next to the bed where he was strapped to, which has been cut free, and a window's been smashed, where he probably jumped through. We found his blood linking him to the scene of the crime. So what you're saying is Two-Face did this?
Of course. Jesus. The lieutenant waved his hoof over the bloody scene.
Why? Wait, who's this?
Everything the blood touches will be yours.
Yeah. You see this area? Yes, sir. That's yours. All right. Cody's one on the account of assault onto Camelot citizens. This leads us to believe he is the one responsible for this. And he was the only one in this room.
Yeah, wait, no, the actual reason he didn't say. He just gave him something stupid, like, oh yeah, Cody's the only person who's ever assaulted anyone. Yeah. So that leads us to believe he's the only one who's going to keep doing it.
That and he was the only one.
Jack the Ripper. But why? Why would it be Jack the Ripper? Oh, I forgot to mention, he was in the room at the time.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
The captain looked to the corner where a white sheet was hanging.
What is behind that sheet, Lieutenant?
Oh my god! I'm sorry, I read ahead. I shouldn't have done it.
Look!
The lieutenant said as he walked over to the sheet and pulled it down. The captain recoiled a bit at the sight. On the wall, written in blood, was the words, "Your next, Lance."
At your next left, turn. Anyways.
Okay, can I just say, by the way, he walked in and was like, shit, that's a dead body with a scalpel jutting out of its eyeball. Oh my god, blood on the wall!
Oh, shit. Well, there's this mutilated corpse, but then there's a bit of blood on the wall in the form of letters! The most terrifying symbols!
Oh, he literally had a noodle incident because it was alphabet soup. On that note.
That'd make a good horror movie. Like, you get a bowl of alphabet soup, but it's not, like...
The captain looked at the lieutenant.
Wrong voice. Yeah. Tell me, do you know what this means?
What do you think it means? How did you make the fucking Royal Guard if you can't even, like...
Die, Bart, die. What could it mean?
Yeah, exactly. As in, who is Lance, and why he's next?
The lieutenant nodded.
We do, sir! That's the one thing we did know from all this.
Oh, shit.
Thanks to Princess Celestia, he is the one this Cody Benson is after. I see.
I love that. It's like, do we know who this guy is? Yes. Thanks to the princess telling us, we know that the guy who wrote, we know the target of the serial killer, that he wrote his name on the wall in blood, is the person he's after.
and the captain's just like, I see.
It's like, right.
And I can just see him, like, he has like a beer, and he's just taking his hoof and just stroking it.
The lieutenant walked up to the captain and saluted.
What are our orders, sir?
Captain Bearhoof turned to the lieutenant.
Oh my god! I think I'm just thinking of these two, like they're just their own like division.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
These two idiots.
Just read the next part.
All right. Relay a message to the princess. Tell her we need to know what to do next. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
Essentially, what these two accomplished was they showed up to the scene. They said, "Who's the person they died? Who's the person that killed him?" They said, "Cody Benson." The princess already found that out. And then he said, "What's that on the wall?" Then it's like, Oh, that's the name of the person he's after. The princess already figured that out. Well, shit. What do we do now? Ask the princess.
Yeah. Like, wow.
I don't know why this sort of reminded me of the captain was reminding me of AR for a bit.
He kind of does. This is like AR and Delta, but written into like
Because he's a white Pegasus, and AR's like almost a white Pegasus, but he has a blue suit with a red streak on it.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Said Lieutenant Brink as he turned for the door. I looked at Twilight, who was reading a book.
What you reading, Twilight?
No, it's
actually says Whatka.
Oh god. What ka reading, Twilight?
Is that like a fucking Indian like leader?
What ka doing, Twilight?
Twilight looked up to me and smiled.
Oh, nothing. Just a book about parenting.
I chucked. I fucking threw up. Disgusted.
It's like
Again?
Actually, given the way he phrases this next sentence, I'm just sort of imagining him just going, "Oh!" grabs the book, throws it out the window. Again? That's the 5th time this week.
She just smiled and went back to reading. I turned to Frederick, who was off in dreamland.
Why is Frederick here?
Well,
Hi, Frederick. What the fuck are you doing in here?
What are you still doing in my house?
Frederick shook his head and came to his senses.
Oh, just thinking about my date last night with Princess Luna.
Your house reminds me of Canada. He said while smiling to himself.
How was it? Also, why are you still living in my house? Don't you have a place of your own?
And a job that you need to be doing right now? He clapped his fists together.
Great! We ate, talked, and best of all, sat on the side of the hill outside of town and watched the moon rise and fall.
She was bored. She's like, up, down, up, down, up,
fall.
down.
Was you
out there all night?
Yo, dogs, you out there all night?
He smirked.
Was you out there all night, girl?
Yeah, sure was. Doing what? Talking? Laughing? That sort of stuff.
I shrugged.
Sounds kind of fun. Ooh, it was.
I turned to the bookshelf. What do I want to read? History, science, magic, flying, or what? Too many choices. Might as well learn more about Frederick. I was just like, well, I'm gonna pick up the book about Frederick because he is in my house, like for no reason. He's been here for about 5 years in my house. Shit must have happened between that time and here. Really? Oh my god, 5 years passed. I think things might have happened.
And the way he phrased that, he's actually saying shit must have happened between the location of that time and here.
My god.
Yeah, that's true. It must have happened between that time and here. That doesn't work!
Also, I just realized they must be at the library, which means that they're in Ponyville, so he's not even in the right goddamn city. He just, like, came to a different city just to hang out with his new buddy. Ugh, whatever.
Again, without the buddy's consent or even knowledge of him being there, by the way.
I have friends like that.
Or existing, for a matter of fact.
Hey, Frederick.
He looked up and was about to answer when there was a knock on the door. Twilight looked up from her book.
It was just one knock.
Yeah.
Who could that be?
I shrugged.
It's me. I got it.
I said as I made my way to the door. Upon opening it, I was surprised to see an armored Pegasus and unicorn standing there. Both royal guards, but wore the symbols of high-ranking members.
Yes?
I asked in a forced, happy voice. Please don't do a cavity search. Please don't do a cavity search.
I like this.
Damn! What did I do? No, better question is, what has Greg done? We're here to confiscate the fuck ton of marijuana you have in your home.
Oh god, DEA.
Wait, that's not even, Greg's not even there. Greg's in Camelot.
I forgot where all the characters were. It's so goddamn confusing.
I just don't...
So.
The Pegasus blue armor.
The blue armor spoke first.
I am AR, and... Oh, never mind. I'm Captain Bearhoof, and this is Lieutenant Brink. He's on the brink of insanity. We are here under the direct order of Princess Celestia herself to protect you. You are Lance, correct?
By the way, so they just literally were like, huh.
Yeah.
So Lance is being hunted by Cody.
I
Princess, what do we do? I don't know, fucking protect him?
Honestly, I'm
Good idea,
imagining like
princess.
every time they go for her for orders, it's just like a repeat of the castle skit from Monty Python Holy Grail. It's like, no. You want to stay there and protect Lance. Right. So we're going to stay right here and protect Lance. No. You go and follow Lance around. If he leaves, you leave. So we're going to go there and stay there when Lance leaves. No. Go there, follow Lance, protect him in case this guy shows up, and then fight him. Okay, so go to Lance, follow him, and if this guy shows up, fight Lance.
Oh, God. On that note, protect?
Yes, I'm Lance, but why would you need to protect me?
I'm awesome.
Lieutenant Brink, spook up!
Ooh,
I can't tell if it's
Pegasus
funny.
Cody Benton.
I can't tell if it's funnier to imagine he's doing like a spooky bedsheet ghost or if that was like a racial slur.
Oh, God.
Ooh. Again, I think it reminds me of like AR and another AR, like just like being idiots on this. The Pegasus Cody Benson has killed a royal guard while escaping his hospital room. He wrote the words, "You're next, Lance," and the royal guard's blood on the wall. We didn't know what to do, so we asked the princess.
What does that... Wait, you're next, Lance. What does that mean?
Twilight, what do you think? I don't know. Ask Princess Celestia, Spike.
Oh my god. Wait, he's escaped? And killed a royal guard? Shit, I'm screwed. Well, damn.
Well, I'm dead. What are you going to do about this?
I don't know. Captain Bearhoof nodded behind him. I looked past him to see at least 10 royal guards standing in 2 lines. Each or a total?
That's... Hurt! We are here. We are just here to protect, capital P, you while a bigger force searches for Cody.
A bigger force?
Oh my.
Well, they sent... they obviously sent 2,909... No.
Yeah. Said the lieutenant. Captain Brohoof. Oh, no, sorry, Bearhoof. Fuck me. Captain Bearhoof looked past me to Twilight. You can't blame me. It's a stupid name.
It's okay.
Miss Sparkle, do you know a place outside of Ponyville that would be safer?
Twilight looked at him.
Safer? Isn't this place safe enough? I mean, everyone knows I live here, and his name is Lance.
He shook his head.
No. This is likely the first place Cody will look for Lance.
No, not in Lance's house. Because that would just be stupid.
Well, didn't he like try and murder him in this? Like, I actually forget where the party was taking place. Like, was it here or Canter? Fuck it.
I thought it was Sugar Cube Corner.
Who cares? I don't know.
Yeah.
Twilight put a hoof to her chin.
I'm lost. Well, there is no place outside of Ponyville that would be safe. But there is a place in Ponyville that would be just as safe. Where? The schoolhouse!
What?
What?
Not Sakura's hut or anything, but, the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
There's no classes going on, so I think we can all go there till Cody is caught.
We can all go there. You 20 guards like tea.
What?
I can make sandwiches.
I was going to say how stupid it was that, like, Twilight apparently believes that the lands outside of Ponyville are a goddamn wasteland, but, like, that's even stupider. Like, the fuck?
I can make good sandwiches.
Smart.
Making sandwiches.
Jesus Christ. Alright. Let's see.
The two.
The 2 royal guards looked at each other. Then the captain looked at her.
Is it defensible? Which isn't a word.
Twilight smiled.
Yes, plenty of room. There's only one room that I've ever seen in that schoolhouse.
Shh.
Also, a small tower on top with a bell in it to keep watch.
I love her idea of defensible. It's like, is this place defensible? Yeah, of course. It's got tons of rooms, plenty of entrances, windows everywhere. It's great.
And the captain nodded. Great. Let's move out.
I looked at Frederick.
Come on, lover boy. Let's go to school.
Frederick looked at me and laughed.
I thought I was out of school when I turned 20.
Yeah, but then I got shot by my father
Yeah.
and died.
Fantastic.
I smiled.
Guess not.
Cody sat watching the library. Oh my god.
Well, how did you know? How did you know they were going to the library? Did you read the script? Is that the script next to you?
Yes.
Cody sat watching the library and the royal guards outside. Two of them walked forward and knocked on the door. It was soon answered by Lance. This entire scene just happened. The sight of Lance sent waves of anger and rage through Cody's body. Both different emotions, but,
Yeah.
They talked for a few minutes. Then all of them, even the guards, left the library and started walking down the street, singing doo-ba-dee-dum-dee-doo-dum-dee-doo-doo. Cody smirked. Perfect. He looked up at the sky, the sun almost down. Night would be here soon. And when the night begins, the killing begins.
Oh, that sounds like a cheesy line to a 1980s horror film. When the night begins, the killing begins! See Night of the Dead, November 25th, 1983. Anyways.
1983, Jesus. Cody smirked evilly as he looked down at the two weapons he had. A royal guard sword, very few of those, and a small cooking knife. Now, on the one hand, I have a sword, but on the other hand, if I get hungry and I happen to find that there is a meat there,
There's...
Trust me, baby. I'm all prepared for this fight. I got a shotgun and a pocket knife. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cody twisted his head around, popping his neck. Oh, how much fun is it going to be to spill all their blood?
I love how he's just gone full-on, like, psycho murderer.
You want to know how I got these scars? Because I fucking don't. You want to know how I got this character? One time I went to the America, and I got a check that I could have easily had redone. That was completely worthless after being stolen. But I didn't know that, and I directly killed my own father.
Yeah.
Motivations.
This has none.
Captain Bearhoof looked at the civilians in front of him, all seated in the small desk. What? They're all in one desk?
They're all just seated.
Wow.
Wow.
I love this next sentence.
They was at the schoolhouse.
You should probably go to one, author.
Yeah, I know. Have you gone to English? Oh, jeez. Where the hood at? The night sky above them making everything loom and creep. He had put 6 royal guards outside, in groups of 2, to patrol the grounds. There's 1 in the tower, 1 by the door to this room, and 2 walking around the rest of the school, keeping guard of each room.
Hold on, but the tower they're talking of is the bell tower, and there's only literally a bell. You can't stand up there.
Well, you can kind of lean out over it, I guess. Can't really
He's just
control,
like
but,
laying
whatever.
across it underneath the bell.
Continuing swiftly onwards.
Yeah, indeed.
He had all his guards armed with the standard issue curved swords. They have curved swords.
Oh god, they got katanas.
Swords.
No, they're not called katanas. They're called...
The Sklashes, as they were called by the guard.
Oh, fuck off.
It's a splash.
He went back to the 2 civilians. Hey, you guys want to see my splash? And at the royal blacksmith.
Oh.
Wait, why did Frederick go with them?
Because civilian or something. I don't know.
Frederick's an idiot.
Well,
He is.
Now that he's been helped by Lance's Mary powers, he's at risk as well.
Yeah. We may be here all night. Is that okay with you? And by all night, I mean the rest of the...
Guys? No, it's not. Can we leave? Sure.
Yeah, sure, go ahead. You'll die.
Lance looked up from a book he was reading and smirked.
Oh,
Lance
yeah.
can read?
I could stay here all night.
Heavy sarcasm was in his voice.
Oh, good.
Fuck you! They're trying to protect your life. They're all gonna die. We know that they're gonna die.
Yeah, like, God, thanks for putting me in, in protection, Mom. Ugh.
Captain Bearhoof shook his head and turned to the window. It was going to be a long night.
No,
Fantastic.
Lieutenant Brink sighed. Why did I have to stay here, of all places? He would rather be back home with his beautiful wife in Philly. Tomorrow was his daughter's 9th birthday, and he couldn't miss that.
No.
how to establish a character who's definitely gonna die.
What are you talking about? He's totally gonna live. After all, he's only 2 days from retirement. It would be such a tragedy if he dies.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, she would be devastated. He shook his head. He was not going to miss that. Not this time. He loved her too much to put her through that. His heart glowed. He pulled a picture out of his breastplate. A picture of his wife and daughter.
I was actually gonna make that joke, and then he made it for me.
I can't. Literary masterpiece. A small smile crept into his face at seeing their happy expressions. It's a good thing he has a long and completely unthreatened life in front of him.
I've just christened my new boat the Live Forever.
Oh.
I was listening to that new Drake song. Man, it's weird. The words YOLO, they really spoke to me. I only live once, so I've got to make the best out of it while I'm here. Drake's the kind of pony who'd keep a picture of his wife and his daughter in his breastplate.
Damn true.
Yeah.
A loud knocking sound came from outside the room, at the front door that led outside. Thanks for waiting a second sentence to tell me that, but okay. Captain Bearhoof looked at him.
Lieutenant, go see what it is. Probably one of the patrols, not the guy we're trying to keep an eye out for. He wouldn't knock.
Lieutenant Brinken nodded and left the room. As he neared the door that led outside, he started to sense something. Something felt off. When he opened the door, he jumped back in horror and let out a small yell. Because right outside the door was the 6 royal guards, all missing their heads. Dun,
Did they knock?
Dun.
Ho, ho, ho. I now have your stupidly named sword.
He's got 6 slashes. What do we do?
Oh, crap. He shook his head and pulled the door shut. He's like, no. And just closed the door.
Oh, you kids.
The captain!
He yelled as he ran back to the room where every pony was.
Captain, they're all dead! All dead!
The captain looked at him in shock.
Who's all dead? Should I ask the princess? The royal guards who was sent outside, they're all dead.
Oh, thanks for clarifying. The captain walked over to him and shook his shoulders.
Get a hold of yourself!
Captain, a bunch of people died! No, get a hold of yourself!
Get a hold of yourself, woman! Damn it!
Oh,
Captain, your knees up
Lieutenant
front.
Brick.
Goddamn airplane.
Lieutenant Brick took a deep breath and exhaled.
Oh, sorry, sir. It's just, I've never seen death like that.
The captain nodded.
I know, Lieutenant. None of us have. This is all new to us. And you know what else is new? I love you. No.
Oh, jeez. You smell pretty.
You smell pretty. Thanks.
Frederick walked up, startled at the news.
Dead? That can't be. Who can take out 6 royal guards, eh? All armed with weapons I made and live.
The captain shook his head.
I don't know. Maybe it's Cody.
I'm the shittiest guard in the universe.
How can they kill them all? He's an animal, man. Game over.
He's a maniac, maniac.
He looked Frederick over.
You don't have to ruin. Wait.
No, I think he's like. Wait.
You do have that ruin with you, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Frederick nodded.
Never leave the workshop without it.
I never go and sneak into my friends' homes in the middle of the night without it.
Yeah.
The captain nodded once.
Good. Use it. You'll need the protection, it looks like.
I love how we've established his family life, his personal problems.
No, that was the lieutenant. The captain, we don't know anything about him.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Frederick nodded and his horn glowed. A bright light surrounded his body and burst outward. When the light faded, he stood there, completely different.
Oh.
A steel-colored suit of armor covered his body. His full body.
Magical
Not like the Royal
Girl
Guards
transformation, go!
There was only 2 swords by his sides. Each one of the sheaths had the names Sanger and Yolash carved into them.
Fantastic. This is Sanger and this is Yolash, eh?
This is Tango and Cash.
This is Johnny.
It was strange why he would name his swords, but no pony asked questions. Actually, no, it was not strange. People do that all the time.
Yeah,
It's
stupid
true.
people, but yeah, people. Oh well.
I named my stuffed turtle. His name's Steven.
Captain Nodded. Yeah.
The captain nodded. That's scary. I'm sorry, I had to absorb that your stuffed turtle was named Steven for a second before I could move on.
Yeah.
Stay here and protect those two.
He then looked to the royal guard standing by the door.
Let's split up.
Sergeant Romper. Oh, dear Lord. Get a new name. And second off, go get Private Daily and tell him to get a name. Then bring him down here. We need to all stay together.
Yes. Private Equestria Daily.
God damn it, Sophisto. Get out of the story.
I'm Batman. The sergeant nodded and left the room. Captain turned to the lieutenant.
Okay, now I'm gonna say this. We have established his personal life. He's a deadbeat dad. We got all this stuff, and he's still just the lieutenant. We have named the fucking privates. We have not named Dead Meat Lieutenant.
I swear. The lieutenant nodded. Of course.
Yeah, we're in trouble now. I agree, sir.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sergeant Romper walked up the sprawling stairs that led to the
I
small
agree,
town.
sir.
Oh, God.
But we didn't even go there. We're in trouble now. He just realized they were in trouble.
He missed the line. It's fine, son. We're moving on.
Well,
He
sorry.
sighed.
Sergeant Romper, sorry, that's someone else. Why me? I didn't sign up to Philly sit the low-ranking members.
A bunch of people just died!
You're a fucking sergeant. You are lower ranking, you dumb shit.
Yeah.
When he was near the top, he yelled.
Private Daily, come down to the main part of the school. We're regrouping.
No response came from the private. Sergeant Romper's sight. Stupid Colt must be asleep or something. Stupid fuck. Piece
Holy
of shit.
shit.
Bitch.
He's literally like the Marines at the beginning of Aliens. If they
Oh
were
my
talking like
gosh.
that at the end of Aliens.
Oh my god.
But, he walked up the remaining stairs, ready to give the private a piece of his mind. But, when he reached the top of the stairs, he was met with a horrifying sight. The private was stuck to the wall, his own sword sticking out of his chest. His face was carved to make him look like he was smiling.
What?
You want to know how I got
And
these
smiles.
A sight that sent chills down Sergeant Romper back.
That's actually what it says. Oh.
Yeah.
He must tell the others. Sergeant Romper turned to go back down the stairs, but stopped. A Pegasus sat on the edge of the tower's window, a smile on his face.
Nice to meet you.
He said as he swung a blade at the sergeant.
One of the sclaths he collected.
Corporal Blitz turned to the sound of something falling
What is
above.
with all these names?
I thought they killed half the guard. Where are these people coming from?
They're the rest of the red shirts.
I
Fuck
guess.
me. Corporal Blitz turned to the sound of something falling above. He turned to his partner, Corporal Link.
The hero of time.
Ha!
He
Hi.
come to town, come to save the princesses for Twilight.
What was that?
Corporal Link shrugged.
Wait.
Ha! Ha! Ha!
Said Corporal Link.
I don't know. Should I go check it out?
Corporal Blitz nodded.
Yes, I'll come up behind you.
Oh, baby.
They made their way to the stairs that led to the tower. Corporal Link went up first, followed by Corporal Blitz. When they reached the top, Corporal Link peeped his head into the room. A loud slicing sound was heard.
That's
the slicing sound.
Yes, the slicing sound. That's not a
What's
sound.
that?
If you've ever cut meat or anything before, it doesn't make a sound.
It's more of a there's sort of a meaty thunk, but it's not really a slicing sound.
Well, that's because the knife hits the baseboard. Oftentimes, is what
No.
you hear.
As he said those words, the body of Corporal Link slumped back, his head cut down the middle. Ew.
Yeah.
Corporal Blitz screamed in horror and turned to run down the stairs. When he reached the bottom, there was a sharp pain in his back. But he kept going, all the way back down to the main room.
Fatality!
Lieutenant Brink looked to the door. What was that scream? Seconds later, the door burst open and there stood a panting royal guard, Corporal Blitz. The captain walked forward.
What is it, Corporal?
The corporal caught his breath.
He's built in the building. Every pony's dead. Every pony. Me too.
Game over.
Game over, man. Every pony in the room recoiled in shock. All the royal guards are dead!
Except for these 4.
Lieutenant Brink looked at the corporal's back.
Corporal, what's that on your back?
The corporal looked back and gasped. Fuck me! Fuck me hard, Brink! Whoa, shit, Corporal, I didn't know you...
Whoa.
You smell pretty today, Corporal.
You smell pretty today, Corporal. Upon looking closer, Lieutenant Brink could see that the object was a knife! Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
Stuck deep into the back of the corporal's neck bone.
Oh, okay, hold on a second. He should be dead.
That's
he
called the
be moving.
spine. The neck bone is called the spine.
The neck bone's connected to the spine bone. The spine bone's connected to the backbone. The backbone's connected to the vertebrae. It's all
Oh, fantastic.
Oh my god. The corporal staggered back into the hallway, just now beginning to feel the pain of the blade in his skin.
Hold on one second. If it's in his neck bone, he shouldn't be moving. That's his nervous system.
Yeah, it's.
Corporal's a dead man walking, literally.
He should have. Yeah. He should have dropped to the ground instantly, paralyzed. But anyway,
that's great. They probably just left the door wide open.
Oh well.
In your line, Cabral.
Help me.
The captain began to walk forward, but a green blur outside the door stopped him. The corporal had a look of surprise on his face. His surprised face fell to the floor, followed by the rest of his body.
Okay.
Okay. The mare named Twilight Sparkle screamed in horror at the sight, and Lance began to throw up his dinner.
Well, but...
Fantastic. That happened.
It's weird, because just last night, Lance was tossing Twilight salad, and now Lance is tossing cookies.
Tish.
Lieutenant Brink winced at the sight, and began to close the door with his magic. But as it closed, the same green blur dashed in and slammed into the lieutenant, sent him into the wall, pinned by the thing that had slammed into him. When he looked down at his attacker, he knew who it was. Cody Benson. Cody had an amused smile on his face.
Fantastic.
The lieutenant winced from a pain in his chest. When he looked down at his chest, the full pain hit him. Cody had a small knife. Why do you keep using the small knife? That means he took it out of the other guy and then stabbed him with it.
Yeah.
Holy Jesus. Also, next line real quick here.
Had a small knife jammed into Lieutenant Brink's chest, blood slowly seeping out of his breastplate.
So, these breastplates are so fucking useless that a tiny knife will pierce. I want to just point this out here, okay? Breastplates, the things that you use to get through a breastplate are like hammers or maces or like the one thing you don't use is a fucking blade, because you know what the one thing breastplates are designed to stop against everything else?
Bullets.
Blades.
Darn,
literally the stupidest possible fucking thing you could do to try and stab this guy is use a knife. And he jammed it straight through the fucking breastplate. I don't know who's more incompetent. Kick-ass your mom or fucking Ironclad?
They're both stupid.
Well, in Canada, we mostly use them for decoration.
Well, in Canada, we never fight people, so... And then...
Anyway.
On that note...
Good night,
Cody said in an evil voice. He stepped back and let Lieutenant Brink fall to the ground. His last thoughts was of his family and how much he was going to miss.
See, that would be better
Captain,
if it wasn't in the story.
Promise me one thing. Promise you'll get Mendoza.
Yeah, exactly.
Captain, I really tried to hit the target the other day. But I missed.
No,
and I'm going to continue to miss.
Don't say that. You'll make it through. It's only a flesh wound.
You're right. I'm gonna miss.
Okay.
Frederick was shocked at the sudden attack from Cody, as was every pony else in the room. Every pony was shocked to move or think as they watched Cody kill the lieutenant.
Oh my gosh, that sentence.
The first to recover. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass to say.
You fucking...
The captain stomped his hoof in anger and charged forward straight at Cody. Cody laughed evilly and twisted around. He bucked the captain in the face, a hit that sent the captain's helmet flying off, along with a few teeth.
Fantastic.
The captain hit the floor and slid. He then lay still.
Whee!
Whee!
Wow, holy shit, God sent this guy back as a gigantic badass.
Frederick lunged forward, while Cody was distracted and pulled out his two swords with his magic. Cody turned back to face him, a look of surprise on his face. Not the Canadian!
No.
Yeah.
Hey.
Frederick plunged the first blade into the top of Cody's back and the second into his flank. Cody screamed in pain and collapsed, blood oozing from his two wounds.
How the hell did you beat me? Easy. I have blood armor, eh?
Frederick shook his head and brought both blades over Cody's head, ready to end all the killing with more killing.
Stop, Frederick.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Frederick turned to see the source of the scream, to see Lance, a determined look on his face.
I won't point out, I didn't actually know that was Lance. I just kind of guessed.
It's not hard to guess.
Yeah. What, Lance?
Lance shook his head.
Don't do it.
Frederick's eyes widened.
Don't do it, but it'll end the killing, eh? The killer will be dead, like that game, and everything can go back to normal.
Lance shook his head fast.
But then, you be the killer.
I was murdered by my father.
I was already literally killed. I think I have a right.
No, dude, seriously, shit, think about it. Like, he'd be the demons. He's super.
Sean.
If you truly want to stop the oh, Jesus Christ. If you truly want the killing to stop, then you let him live. Let the princess deal with him.
Because the last time we did that, it worked.
Lance, you're an idiot.
But the last time we did that, he murdered another 13 people.
So, okay, why did God let Cody Benson go to Equestria?
I actually have a theory about that, but I'll explain at the end of the chapter.
All right.
On that note,
Twilight nodded.
Twilight nodded.
The princess will give him a fair trial.
Frederick squeezed his eyes shut.
No, he can't be allowed to live. He's a cold-blooded killer, nothing more.
Frederick felt a hoof on his armored shoulder.
Shitty fucking armor.
Yeah.
Frederick, we left a world of killing behind.
And then we came to Equestria, where a shitload of people died.
Do you really want to become a killer? Something of the old world that doesn't belong here?
Okay, hold on a second. You were poisoned by a You were killed twice.
You were straight up murdered. You were sent out to kill a dragon before you realized he was actually good. It's like...
Poisoned by a cupcake.
Oh.
And in a coma for 2 months.
Just...
He hung his head. Lance had a point.
No,
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Lance is a master debater.
Just let the princess deal with him. Twilight can send him there right now.
Frederick nodded.
Do it. I don't want to be like my father.
Lance nodded, understandably, as Lance's father was a killer too.
I know that feeling, bro. Thank you, Frederick.
He turned to Twilight.
Okay, you two transport to Canterlot. I'll stay here and clean up this mess.
Why at the schoolhouse? Like, there's 4 children. Like, school's in an hour or so. It's like early in the morning now.
I know that he's beaten and stuff, but seriously, like, hey, pregnant wife, take this mass murderer alone back to trial, where he just escaped murdering another 13 people when we did the first time.
Fantastic. The pain.
On that note, he turned to Twilight. Oh wait, I already did that. Yeah. Twilight nodded.
Just leave them. The princess will send a group to do it.
Lance nodded.
All right. I'll round up the bodies, I guess.
Twilight then walked over to Frederick.
Ready?
He nodded.
Yep.
With that, he, Twilight, and Cody was transported to Canterlot and before the princess herself. I sat back inside, all the bodies laid side by side in the main room. The captain was okay, the only surviving royal guard of tonight's events. He was unconscious on a makeshift bed. Yeah, he'll be fine.
He's fine.
My face in my hooves. I thought I left all this killing behind on Earth.
Wait, you were a murderer on Earth?
Yeah, how much killing were you doing on Earth?
I was 12, don't you understand? It follows humans wherever they go. The killing will never stop as long as a human remains alive in the world.
Holy
as
shit.
long as there are 2 people left on the planet, someone is gonna want
So,
someone.
Soundspeed, how many people did you kill this week?
Holy
shit! You know, I killed about 32 people.
Wait,
I killed 6 women because they wouldn't have sex with me. It was great.
Holy crap! Do you realize what he's implying here?
Everyone's a murderer?
No, every chapter from here on out, as long as there's a single human left, the killing will never stop. He's gonna go on a fucking murder spree.
For the next. Oh my god, we're not even a fifth of the way done.
The rest is just him going one by one down the list, murdering people.
I look forward to the chapter that's called "That's Not Possible."
Hold on a second.
Anyway,
I need to do something real quick.
There's the thing I want to say.
141 divided by 18. We are exactly. Okay.
Like a seventh of the way through.
Yeah, 1/7 or 17.83333333%
Nice.
portion of. Yeah, no, 1/7. We're 1/7 of the way done with this fucking story.
Well, it's intensification to keep reading. Anyway, finish the last couple lines. I have something I want to say.
Good? I still can't decide if I should kill Cody. Cody's gonna kill himself, trust me. But that's for another day. Also, I'm going to do a different kind of Christmas special for this, so wait for the official plot. Remember to...
Okay. So, first of all, this is one real quick. This is actually one I wanted to say before, but I love the idea that the next chapter is actually going to open with Lance, we just got into the royal chambers. Everyone is dead, and now he's in Alicorn.
Oh, fantastic!
But no, seriously though, I actually do want to say one thing about this. Cabral was actually saying how did the guy do this stuff? What the hell? Why would God bring him back here? I do have a theory. And it's, believe it or not, it is not that God sent him here as an avenging angel to murder, all of these horrible characters. But I actually think,
Lance.
Yeah, I actually think that the God in this story, more than just being a bro, is just this this completely true neutral entity. And he kind of realized beforehand that he was going to give Garricon a second break. So when Cody showed up, God's like, "Where do you want to go, and what do you want to be when you get there?" And Cody's response was to say, "I want to go to where Lance is, and I want a form capable of killing him."
And then God gave it to him.
And then God said, "Go. Have
Be
fun."
free, my son.
Awesome.
Wow.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, join us next week, I guess, probably for chapter...
If we're alive
19.
by then, I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
With the killing streak I've been going on this week.
Yeah, for chapter 19, Aftermath. Actually, also as one last bit of news, I want to let everyone know before we sign off, and I'll let anyone else who wants anything they want to announce do so as well. But anyone in the New York area on the 6th and 7th of this coming month, which is June the 6th and 7th, I'm actually going to be joining the rest of the Professor Lyra team at Big Apple PonyCon. So if you are in the New York area, I will be at that thing. So
I won't be.
Hope to see at least someone
But
there.
AR and I are going to be at Fiesta Equestria on the 10th of July, I think.
The 10th to the 14th of July will be there because we'll get a day early and leave the day after.
Okay, perfect. So, yeah. And then, of course, in August, me and hopefully the Lightning Rabbit will be at BronyCon. So, over the next 3 months, there's going to be a whole bunch of opportunities for you guys to meet us at conventions if you happen to be in the areas that those are happening in.
Yay!
Woo.
I like my venue because I get to sing the song "Fuck You Texas" and "Fuck Your Lone Star Beer." Fuck that fucking Alamo and fuck your Longhorn Stealer. Fuck every Dallas cowboy that ever for drawing a breath. Fuck you,
But I like
Texas,
the
and
Cowboys.
fuck your lot to death. It's just a joke.
No, you're a joke. This story's a joke.
Everything is joke. Okay,
So
thanks
I'm
all.
going to kill people this week.
Thank you all for reading with us. I love all of you, and we will see you guys next time.
Only on the-